once again, but what is all of this? It's the school and the theater unfolding. It's the drama, right? The events. But what is it? It's all unfolding through sound and light. It's just patterns and waves of creation. Everything is sound and light. It's just slowing down and becoming thicker and denser, right? Everything but is weaved into this fabric, the space-time fabric. And thank Goddess we live in a time on this planet where science is now showing all of this. And it's coming out in documentaries and films and conferences. It's amazing. But then again, our beliefs are our language. And look what 99.9.99 to infinity of us believe. And yes, and old stories. And old stories. We believe in old stories. Your sacred mirror, your most divine illuminated partner is laying in bed with you. And you look out the window and the children are designing their own education inside the garden, inside the classrooms, in your own community. And you've all been initiated into each other's gifts, into each other's differences, and you've harmonized those. You've done the shadow work that is a big part of community. And you've activated that living hologram, that interconnected web of love. Start to inhale and bring back all of the energy that feels like you, your true, authentic, graceful, knowing being self. Just call back the energy and be like, I am a fully sovereign, freedom, living, thriving being. I am healthy because I am whole. Everything has been a perfect lesson. And you're going to just call that energy back to yourself. And if it helps, you can bring the energy in and into your heart. You've expanded out only to pick up all of the fragmented pieces that are you, but that have been misplaced. Maybe you lost trust. And you're calling in all that energy back to yourself. I'm here to remind you that you are fully awakened, sovereign, free, unique, beautiful, radiant individual. You are blessed with the oneness. You are hugged by Amma. You are a 5-foot Mayan climbing through a little 2-story building without a telescope and somehow mapping the entire cosmos and a planetary cycle of 16.4 billion years of its creation, evolution. You are Deborah Ford healing her shadow elements and writing a beautiful book that is received as you finally voice the wounds. They come out, they're shared, they're downloaded out to the masses with emotional beauty, the fact that we all have the power to heal our past. We all have the power to become galactic avatars, to step into our future, where we build new earth, thriving communities based on holarchy, not hierarchy. Based on ecosystems, not egosystems. Based on peace and not war. And if we do need to go into war with ourselves, with our loved one, with our children, with our neighbors, with another tribe, with another planet, with another galactic race, we put our gear on. And we don't let our hearts ever stop breathing in, knowing that this is a lesson and it's inevitable, and we're going to go into it with our sword, our mental ability to extend energy out from ourselves, right? It's like it flows an extension, and we're just going to move through it like water because we're always in love. And sometimes we need to be in war to be reminded in the most dense, harshest learning lesson, a battlefield of learning lessons, that we're all one. So breathe in that energy, and when you feel called, like you're present, you're fully here, and you feel maybe even a little different, you're welcome to open your eyes and let's embody this. Community, the circle, the currency, the intention, the joining. We light the fires to purify, to bring through ceremony, to bring through more intention, to bring through vision, right? So we vision our lives. Then we feel into it. What do those visions feel? What will they bring? We start to feel, right? We vision, very masculine, very artistic quality that some people can master, but we can all master. We vision it out. We feel into it. How does that feel? How will that affect, how we feel? Then we plan. Once again, the masculine. So masculine, feminine, masculine. We vision, we feel, we embody it, we plan it, and then we action. And action is a very masculine, feminine thing. We just go out there and we create. We don't look back, right? So that's the base of all things. Community technology, right? We got these sacred geometry yurts out in beautiful permaculture gardens and jungles. We're working, getting more grounding this galactic energy. Michio Kaku, the Japanese quantum physicist, believes we're at class 0 right now, meaning we don't even use the power of our own sun, and we don't have these certain communities and thriving technology that allows us to be more sustainable and thriving. And then we go up through class 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's a lot of the birth we're going through, is these different levels of how we work with the energy that the universe, that Creator has given us to allow things to flow more. Because in the end, we want more time to be with our children, with our paintbrush. Make whatever your art or craft is, whatever your gift is, we want to have more time to become embodied in that so we can master it, so we can gift it out to the world. And so all of these permaculture universities and people out there, they're open sourcing everything, even down to the size of measurements of building structures and the cost of nuts and bolts, literally. It's all there so people can go out who are ready to build a healthy world. It's all being open sourced. So if you're ready to receive this gift of eternal, infinite, creative, expansive, embodied knowledge, we have to be able to, ready to receive it, right? So whatever your gift or passion is, whatever you want, the blessing for your family and your community, realize it's going to come through technology. So we can't be dual with this. Technology is destroying the world at one end, maybe, through certain eyes, but spiritually, technologically charged is going to become such a holographic interface, you won't even realize it. And works of art can be anything. I'm talking about businesses. I'm talking about spirit grounded into material, into matter, into structure. I'm talking about businesses, communities. I'm talking about the whole system that is human culture, health and wellness, learning and education, science and technology. All the areas that need to be brought together are ready. And they just need to be created with new inspirational beings. And so business is so important because it is your art of relating. It's your relationship to other people. It's that currency being exchanged. How much are you giving and receiving, right? That's really working with sacred geometry, fractal proportions, all these business concepts like leverage, synergy, right? Come on. It's like all these principles that are found in all the ancient scriptures and talk about the spiritual laws of success and the natural laws of the universe and that affect karma and creation and immortality and enlightenment and all of these ways that energy and human events and drama is branched out. We bring through these sacred geometry. Look at these crop circles showing up. And then look at the models of how we're all interconnected and how everything relates to itself. This is where the poetry and the myth-making and the storytelling, right, the new stories we're going to create come in. What's the spiritual and embodied technology of the unified field, of the we, that brings us in to have these conversations like we're having tonight, this dialogue, this currency, this current, this poetry, this infinite love that is coming through us tonight? How do we create the temples? Can they be simple domes, right, with permaculture garden, biodynamic farming inside? What about our eco-cities, huh? Throw in a couple free energy monorails, grow up some gardens, We don't need to bring down new structures. We just add on through social design, eco-city design. We just add on to the new earth. The new earth can look a lot like the old earth because it's going to be built on top of it. It's going to run through it, So that's the paradox we're living in. We have faiths and traditions that aren't open source yet, but yet every technology and everything we need to create a new earth is being open sourced right now. We're surrounded by lack and limitation and separation. And so if we can just breathe in constantly that we're all one, we will literally be telling ourselves new stories every day. And that's the authentic language that is the new earth language. And it even looks something like this. This is going to blow your mind, folks. It's like, yeah, go activation.